So the topic today was how to relate with your host, right? Now, after you arrive here, your host now can start now influencing you. Maybe you ask your host, oh, okay, I was a teacher back home. Is teaching a good career when I'm here? Then your host will tell you, or maybe you sit down with your host and you check, you Google, you know every information is online. You Google, you see how much teachers earn, how to transit from a teacher in a foreign country to a teacher in America. You go through that and you are like, are you good with this? Are you good with this pay? Are you good? And then you look at the working hours. Teachers work days, right? During summers, wamefunga, no job. I don't know if some are paid during summers. I don't think they can be paid when they are not working. I don't think so. So many factors to consider. And as I told you earlier, and as everyone tells you, anything to do with career, your host influences you. If your host is a nurse, definitely, and most of the time you are going to join nursing. If your host is a truck driver, most probably you're going to do trucking because he is the person who is influencing you. But it is what it is. So many opportunities here. Yesterday we looked at that, careers and jobs. So if you missed that live, you can just go back and watch that video. Caleb, unasema nimeruka swali lako. How about contact the host when you land? You have been in contact with your host when you are back in your country, right? So whenever, even when you paid for the air ticket, you tell the host, I'll be arriving there, I'll be landing at 10 p.m. So you are communicating with your host, right? So as you land there, they are already there waiting for you. And then on the airport, most of the airports, they have Wi-Fi, they have internet. So WhatsApp and everything. WhatsApp. We are being cleared. Chatting, we are being cleared. Okay, we are here waiting outside. Imagine, you communicate. I remember when I was coming here, my host told me, Shiko, you can put airtime, 1,000 Kenyan shillings airtime, worth of airtime, because now you want to be communicating. We came here with British Airways, so we had to go to Britain, London Heathrow, and then we took another flight now to DFW airport. So at London airport, we had a 4-hour layover. Imagine 4-hour layover just sitting like that. You have to be calling your mom, hey mom, tumefika Britain, now we are waiting for the next flight. And because maybe your mom is not on WhatsApp and everything, you use that roaming. Is it called roaming? You call direct. And then maybe you call some other friends who maybe showed you off last night when you are coming. And when and also you call your host as well. Now we are in London, Britain. We have a 4-hour layover here. So you communicate. It is good to be set. It is good to be set with some career time to be communicating. Ignatius, hi Shiko, I applied, but I was confused by high school, no degree, but I have Form 4 certificate. It can't affect you. But for those who have not applied, kindly indicate the right education level. Would you advise someone to do driving back home first, or to just directly come there and do full driving course? Here, when you join driving school here, it is hectic. You have to pay a lot of money, and it is not a must that you go to a driving school here. For me, I had never driven. Is it called driving? I have never driven a car back home. Never. And I didn't go to any driving school here. Just find someone who can train you, Kienyeji style, and you'll be good to go. Kave, Yes, Kade, yes, Kade. That is what I just said. No, they are paid when off work, like in summer. Oh, they are paid. Oh, they are not paid. Teachers are not paid when off work, like in summer. You see? And that's why we have seasonal jobs. We have seasonal jobs here, so many seasonal jobs. Maybe for some people, like teachers and students, to work during summer, because summer they close school for 3 months. 3 months, from May to August. Namba unachange kwa airport ya Kenya ama US? Namba gani? So if they are not online, you can't call them. You can call them now direct. That's why I said weka airtime. Weka airtime, you call them direct. It is expensive, but it is better to call direct. But you have been communicating. They know you are arriving at this particular time. Your WhatsApp number stays on. Oh yes. Okumu, Shiko, what happens when I come single and now I feel that I need to get someone? Is it possible for me to come back to Kenya? Very, very possible. Sauda, one buys a car. Okay. Bernard, Okumu, I didn't finish your statement. Then come back with her without any further delay. No! You come back alone. You start petitioning for her. Yes, this is America. It is not as easy as you think. It can take 1, 2, 3 or more years for her to join you. One buys a car before getting the driving license because you have to go with your car for test. You know, yes, because you have been training, right? The car you have been training with is the one that you will go with it for the driving test. For us, we already had a car because my husband was driving already. So the same car, I went with it. So he has to drive me there because they will ask you, did you drive yourself here? And you are not supposed to do it. So you have to look for someone to drive you there. But for this one, for the plan B, I drove myself there. They don't care. You know, there is always these opportunities. You pay, because I think there you can just pay for $21, but here I paid $75, but it was all worth it, no stress. Also, if you have their phone number written down, you can ask anyone at the airport to call. It's local calling, so it's free in most cases. Even immigration can help you. Oh, yes. Julie Shege, does it mean there are no private driving schools in other counties? Your friend had to come to Texas. Maybe she don't know of any in her state. Maybe she didn't know of any in her state. You know, people don't share information. Don't see that Shiko is sharing information here that everyone does. No. Why? Wajikowe mwega no dige baby care tawira wakwa. Yes, you can. Actually, I was thinking about putting up a daycare here because I have a big house. When I gave birth to my baby, I was like, oh my goodness, am I going back to work? Niache mtoto wangu. I had that idea of starting a daycare, and then I was like, I have help, I have support. The dad is there, the siblings are there. Let me go, because my life will be just here, dealing with the kids. My kids, the other kids. That is stressing, right? Even going to Walmart for shopping, it will be I was like But it is a good job. You just register with your state, and it is very easy to start. Aki Usimaliza, we are learning a lot about hosts. Thank you. Eva, Shiko, when do I dump my Infinix Nikifika and get that iPhone? Where? I came here with my Infinix, my sister. And I stayed with my Infinix for like 6 months before I switched. Imagine coming here. Are you starting to settle down, or are you starting to upgrade your phone? Come here with your Infinix and your Safaricom line, M-Pesa manenos. I still have my M-Pesa line, my Safaricom line. So it depends on your priorities, Mobi. It depends with your priorities. Can you tell me, am I going to transit from a mattress, or am I going to upgrade my phone at that time? You can stay with your Infinix even for a year or even 2 years. Wait. But But eventually, you are going to upgrade. Most. Priorities. Focus. Okay, Nicholas, you're saying my BFF has a boyfriend in state. She has been there for the last 7 months. She's on J1 visa valued for 1 year. She wanna get married to the boyfriend. The guy is American citizen. An idea she asked me to ask. Anybody who came here with this kind of a visa can advise Nicholas BFF. For me, Shiko, no idea about this kind of a visa, but anybody with that experience can share. You can buy a car without a driver's license, but you need another government issued yes. Grace Wairimo, thank you, Shiko, for that topic. We have learned a lot step by step in our Zekana. God bless you, my sister. Amen. Regina, hi, Shiko. I attended commercial school. Can I choose high school? And unfortunately, I have lost my certificate, which is given once. So what will happen if I... Okay, do you have a high school certificate? That is the question. Do you have a high school certificate or high school education? Yeah, daycare at home is a good business. If one is patient with young one, it's a good business because each kid can pay for not less. Yeah, yes. Shiko, when you arrive in US and your principal dies, are those with him be allowed to process for the green card and the social number? So long as you are past airport, your visas are admitted. Now everybody for himself. Now you are not depending or relying on your principal applicant. No, mumeachana. It is just like giving birth. You have been pregnant all this while, going for medicals. Now the person who is pregnant is the principal applicant, right? You have been pregnant all through the process. Even when you have been given this visa, now that is the 9th month, right? Now any day, anytime baby can come, right? Once you go to America, you reach at the point of entry. Everyone's visa or passport is stamped, admitted. By that time, you are in labor ward. Now that is the explanation I can give. By that time, now you are in labor ward. Once you are given back your passports, admitted, now the baby is born. Yeah! Baby now is breathing using her lungs. And mommy is safe, breathing using her lungs kama kawaida. Mtoto apambane na hali yake, mama apambane na hali yake, right? This is what I'm saying. After now the baby is born, the baby is now on her own and the mom on her own. The mom here is the principal applicant. The baby is the dependent. Now. So even if the mommy didn't make it, maybe after 2 weeks, maybe the mommy got PPD and everything, and the mom passes on, the baby survives, the baby is living, the baby is enjoying life. The same thing with the DV. After you get your passport stamped, everybody for himself, even the principal applicant can decide, I would go back home and leave my family in America. Nobody will ask a question. Mumeachana. Yes, now everyone is on his own, free, no dependence, no derivative. By that time, your visa, once you get even from that airport, you can decide you go to Alabama, you go to Washington, you go to where? Umeachana. As simple as that. Eva, thank you, my sister. That's why we are here to Nasoma. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, guys, let us support Brenda Akatama's channel. She's a huge support to this channel. What happens if I'm stood up by host upon arrival? You are stood up. Can you explain? You know what? These terms and terminologies, explain further for an ECD teacher to understand. Oh my goodness. All right, Sauda, thank you. Shiko and Breda, love you. Amen. Grace and Breda, Shiko and Breda, mob love. Shiko, how does one get a host or sponsor to start with? Okay, Elizabeth Waithera, I think you just joined. Before we started, okay, earlier when we started this live, I explained how you can get a host. I think you go back and watch that part. Stood up means the person does not show up to pick you. Hey, my English teacher from Uganda to PA. Okay, this is Tauya's question. What happens if your host does not show up to pick you? Don't worry. Don't worry. So long as you are here legally with via DV, you so safe. Just tell the people who work at the airport. Sana, the one who you gave there, or anybody with a tag that they work for the immigration. Just tell them, you know what? My host is not picking my call and everything. They will help you. They will help you. They can even take you to a shelter before you get on your feet. But the best thing is you can't be deported because your host didn't show up. Because you have his details, they will call your host because you have your host details. They will call them. Hey, you said you are going to host this person. What happened? This is government, US government. Even if they are not willing to host you, or maybe they will make your life hell here, never lose hope. There is always a way out. There is always a way out. 911 helps. Even if your host is mistreating you, even if your host is not helping at all, because some hosts are from hell. I can say, oh, I have a small baby, or my baby are very young. Then I will host you. I'm hosting you because I have a hidden agenda. I want you to come and babysit my babies. And now, because you have been watching Shiko Hope and other YouTubers who are telling you how to go, how life is in America, now you are well informed. You are like, this person is misusing me. I can't. You stand on your ground and you say, you know what? I need to start working. I know these things, they are there. We have good hosts. And on the other hand, we have hosts from hell. The same thing with guests. We have some good guests. And then we have some other guests who are like, they have come to my house, they are taking over everything. They are like, hey, kuku munakulaga ugali kila siku. Every day is ugali. How can't we eat? So we are all different. We have all different personalities. And that's why I said, start communicating with your host earlier. You know that person. You know what he likes, what he does not like, and everything. Communicate earlier.